In today's video, we are going to go over the top 4 reasons why you're not losing weight and how to fix it. I'm going to be 100% honest with you in this video and shoot you straight. And if that makes you uncomfortable, then please continue to watch because I'm actually going to be addressing exactly that. Why does it make you feel uncomfortable when I call you out on these? Now, I'm saying this with love. Anyway, if you don't know who I am, hey, I'm Emmie. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where you work with me as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet. If you want to work with me and my team, go to healthyhunnies.org or just click the link in the down bar. Now let's get into why it is that you've been really giving it a go on your weight loss journey, but you're not losing weight. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I used to be a teacher and teachers love a whiteboard. So got me a whiteboard. Starting out at reason number 4, why it is that you are not losing weight. You're playing the victim. I told you I was gonna shoot you straight on this. Please don't click off because it sounds like I'm being mean. I promise you, I have your best interest. I am on your team. I want you to succeed. I play soccer. I still play soccer. And if the goalie on my team said, I'm no good, I suck, whatever, just let the balls go by. You go ahead, shoot. I'm not even gonna try to save it. I'm no good. Would I want that person on my team? I consider the clients and the people that I work with to be team members of mine. You are on my team. You and I are on the same team here. I am here to help you. And if you don't believe that you can do this, then you're right. Because whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. What does playing the victim look like when it comes to weight loss? Playing the victim looks like my metabolism is broken. I've tried a million diets before. I've done a million programs. What's going to be different about this one? I can never get this going. I'm not going to be successful. What's the worth in even trying? I'm going to be like this forever. That's what playing the victim looks like. And you are creating that narrative for yourself. If you keep saying these things into existence, then they are going to keep existing. You're saying that that's who you are, then that's who you're going to be. What if we looked at this differently and we flipped the script here? What if we say, you know what? Just because that's my past doesn't have to be a life sentence. I can close that chapter and move on to the next. But in order to do so, I cannot keep rereading the last chapter. I can't reread the last chapter of my life while simultaneously writing the next one. I have to close that chapter, put in the bookmark, put the period at the end of the sentence, and start a new chapter here. And in this new chapter, we are not going to play the victim. In this new chapter, you are going to play the manager of this weight loss project. You are in charge and you're gonna hire who you need to hire. You're gonna hire a nutritionist if you need to. You're gonna go to the grocery store and make sure that you have all the materials for this project. You're gonna write out your plan because you are in charge. You're the head honcho now and you're gonna get this weight loss thing done. No more saying, it's not gonna work for me, this isn't gonna work. If you say that, then you're right. So we gotta get rid of this victim mentality and turn you from the victim into the manager of your weight loss project. Now, I want to address, if it made you uncomfortable for me to say that you're playing the victim, let's talk about that. If somebody said to me, if I was genuinely struggling with something and somebody said to me, you're playing the victim, that would make me feel really uncomfortable, and let me tell you why. It would make me feel uncomfortable because I know that almost all of my clients are these types of people. When you want to do something, when you try to do something, you give it your all and you really are dedicated to it. And if somebody said to me, you're playing the victim, I would say, screw you, I'm really trying here. I really truly am trying to figure this thing out. And if that's you, then what that tells me is that you have blind spots that you can't see. And you may not be falling into the victim mentality. You might be falling into the mentality where you're running on the hamster wheel and you genuinely think that hamster wheel is going to get you somewhere, in which case please reach out to me so I can identify what the blind spots are and what you're missing. So when I say this, one of two things happens. Either you truly are playing the victim, and I applaud you if you're able to be honest with yourself and be able to say that. And if it made you really uncomfortable for me to say to you, you're playing the victim, then what that tells me is that you just have blind spots that you can't see and you're genuinely trying to figure this thing out, in which case you have to act as the manager. It's still the same thing. You have to act as the manager and bring in other resources to help you because because you clearly cannot do this by yourself. There's things that you're doing that you don't know are keeping you stuck. Moving on to reason number 3, why you're not losing weight. Reason number 3 is that you're not being honest about what you're truly eating. Please don't click off if you say, no, I'm eating 100% starch solution, I'm eating 100% plant-based, no oil, I follow the meal plan that you give out, Emmie, I really am trying this. If that is you, if it makes you uncomfortable to read this, that you're not being honest because you truly think that you are being honest, I believe you. I 100% believe you. And it goes back to what we said with number 4, that this means that you have blind spots that you can't see. So if I say to you, you're not being honest, and you say, no, I am being honest, then please have somebody like myself look over what you're eating so we can identify what the blind spots are. There is a solution. Either it's that you're not being honest about what you're eating, or if you are being honest about what you're eating, let me look at it. But let me address the people who, when I say you're not being honest about what you're eating, you say, well, okay. So I meet a lot of people that they've read the starch solution, they know about whole food plant-based, they've been watching my channel for a while, and they're really good at doing the starch solution. So this is what it looks like. This is what their diet looks like. So for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I say, what do you have for breakfast? 100% starch solution approved. Nailed it. What do you have for lunch? 100% starch solution approved. Nailed it. What do you have for dinner? 100% starch solution approved. I nail it. My breakfast, awesome. My lunch, awesome. My dinner, awesome. I eat 100% starch solution for all of my meals. What gives? Why aren't I losing weight? And then I say, what did you have at 2 p.m. yesterday between this meal and this meal? You say, well, I was cleaning out my son's lunchbox and there was 1 peanut butter cracker left, so I just finished off the peanut butter cracker. I say, and then what did you have after dinner before bed? And she said, well, my husband wanted to go get ice cream and I usually say no, but just that one time I went and had it. And then I say, what did you do last weekend? And they said, well, we had some friends in town and normally I don't do this, but we went out to a restaurant. I asked them to do no oil, but I think that there was some oil on it. So the problem is not whether or not they're doing the starch solution. They're doing the starch solution, but they're also eating standard American food on top of that. So if you tell me I'm eating 100% starch solution, I believe you, but what else is going on? And you may say nothing else is going on, but we have something called meal amnesia. Meal amnesia is actually a survival mechanism that we have as humans. And what it is, let me ask you, what did you have for lunch 6 Tuesdays ago? You'd be like, I have no idea. We're not supposed to have any idea. We're supposed to forget what we've eaten so that we continue to go out and seek food. It's a survival mechanism that's been a part of our brain for 100,000 years, and it's never going to change. So what this means is that you had, maybe 1 peanut butter cracker yesterday, maybe you got some ice cream yesterday. Those sorts of things have likely been happening and you genuinely don't remember it. So I'm not saying that you're a liar. I'm saying that you have meal amnesia, which all humans do. So how do we combat this, right? $1 million question. This is why with my clients, I have you taking photos of everything that you're eating. So you stop and you pause, and my clients will say to me, they'll say, oh my God, the fact that I'm taking photos, I would have eaten so many things and not even thought twice about it. But because I'm taking the photos, now I'm pausing and realizing how many things are just popping into my mouth here and there throughout the day. You're chopping things up for your kids, you're just popping one thing. It either goes into your body or it goes into the garbage can. And a lot of people this is gonna sound harsh, but you might need to hear this. A lot of people are treating their body like a garbage can. The kid's lunchbox comes home and there's 1 peanut butter cracker left and they eat the peanut butter cracker. It's going in one place or the other. And what I think should happen is that it should just go into the kid's lunchbox the next day. But this is not a parenting channel and I'm not a mother, so I cannot comment on that. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program here. You need to be 100% honest with yourself, whether it be taking photos of what you're eating, writing down everything that you're eating, working with somebody that looks over all the food photos of what you're eating, because meal amnesia is a thing, and you might be perfectly starch solution, but you're also adding things on top of it. And this is why I'll have clients that will come to me, and it's so funny because they'll say, I'm doing 100% starch solution, and then something magic just happens when we work together. It's pure magic. I don't know. It must be just something in the air when you start working with me. No, what it is that they're not suffering from meal amnesia anymore, because now they're taking photos of what they're eating, and so many things that would have gone into their mouth aren't going into their mouth anymore. And another thing that I see happen with this is people will say, I do really well during the week. I'm doing so well during the week, and yeah, I'll have some stuff on the weekends. So what that looks like is this. So during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Any teachers out there, you would do an R, because now it doesn't say WTF. Oh man, missed those days in the classroom. Okay, so Monday through Friday, they'll be eating, I'm just gonna use random calorie counts. They might eat 2,000 calories a day, Monday through Friday. And then they say Saturday, Sunday, kind of, loosen up a little bit. And then on Saturday, Sunday, they end up eating 10,000 calories. And so that is your weight is going to be a reflection of your average calorie intake over the course of the week. And that is going to prevent you from losing weight. So that's something to keep in mind as well, that even if you do really well during the week, if you're eating other foods on the weekends, then that could derail your progress. Reason number 2 is that you are being a scale monkey. What is a scale monkey, you may ask? A scale monkey is somebody who will weigh themselves at least once a day, perhaps even multiple times a day, and they'll step on the scale and they will make a direct correlation between what they ate that day or the day before and what their weight shows. So if their weight is up 1 pound one morning, they will look at what they ate the day before and say, that food makes me gain weight. If their weight is down 1 pound, they'll look at the food that they ate the day before and say, that food makes me lose weight. And they'll do this every single day. So one day rice will make them lose weight, the next day rice will make them gain weight, as they do while they're scale monkeying. This is what they'll conclude while they're scale monkeying. This is a totally incorrect way of weighing yourself, and it will lead you to not being able to lose weight in the long term. Our weight is like the stock market. Stock market's not doing so well right now. So, your weight loss, if it reflects the stock market at this time, could be a very good thing. As the stock market is going down, there's the bright side of this. So the stock market goes up and down, right? So the stock market goes like this. It'll go up and down, up and down, up and down. But overall, it's going to go upward. When it comes to weight loss, it's the same thing, but it's in the other direction. So it goes like this, but overall, it's going to go down. People don't realize this, and they fixate on what's happening during the day-to-day. And they say, well, I'm not losing weight. I gained a pound from yesterday, and I started eating potatoes, so I knew potatoes made me fat. The best way to weigh yourself is the way that I do it with my clients in the program. Let me tell you what we do. First and foremost, we do not compare day to day. So we don't look at what your weight is today versus what your was yesterday and draw any conclusions based on that, because weight is supposed to fluctuate. There are so many factors that go into what our weight is. I'm drinking a tea right now. When I started drinking this tea, I weighed 1 pound less. When I finish drinking this tea, I'll weigh 1 pound more, because I have 1 pound of water in me, which reminds me of this reel that I have on Instagram and on TikTok, so make sure you're following me over there on Instagram and on TikTok. Your weight will fluctuate based on your water intake, your salt intake, your exercise routine, hormones, weather patterns, glycogen stores, intracellular water, extracellular water, bathroom habits, bowel contractions, bladder contractions. There are so many factors that go into what the number on the scale is going to say today. So don't let what it says today be a reflection of what you ate yesterday. We want to look at differences over the long term. So what I do with my clients is we compare the average from week to week. So I have my clients weigh in 3 days in a row. We take the average and then we compare the average week to week, as opposed to just looking for day-to-day changes. So we're not doing day-to-day. We are going to instead compare week-to-week averages, which brings us to the number one reason, and the reflection from the window is shining right on. The number one reason why you are not losing weight is not because of the stock market. You are playing the short game. If you come from a background of short-term dieting, then you expect very fast results. Expectations are the root of all despair. Expectations are disappointments waiting to happen. Expectations are just premeditated disappointments. Expectations never end well. So if you have the expectation of how much weight you are going to lose in a certain amount of time, drop that like a hot potato and then pick up the potato, eat the potato, and drop your expectations, because the expectations are only going to lead you to disappointment. And if you meet the expectations, you're not even excited, you just feel a sigh of relief. And a sigh of relief isn't the excitement that you should feel from a huge accomplishment of taking control of your health. So when you play the short game, you fixate on how many pounds you want to lose in this amount of time, and you base it off of some crazy crash diet standard, because you'll say, well, in the past, I did a diet where I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. So I've done that before. So I was expecting like 20 pounds in 2 weeks doing the starch solution thing. My question for you is, okay, you lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. How'd that go for you? Did you maintain that? Are you still doing that? And the answer is probably, well, no, I'm not. I'm not. I regained the weight right after. Exactly. All greats have one thing in common. The people that have accomplished the greatest feats in the world have one thing in common. They had patience. They were willing to put in the work over time. When the sculptor is hitting the sculpture, they hit. They hit it 99 times and they just want to give up. And then on the 100th hit, it finally cracks. It wasn't the 100th hit that made them lose the weight, that made them crack the sculpture. It was the 99 that came before it. Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time. He didn't win one game and become the greatest quarterback. He actually wasn't even a top pick in the draft. He was a nobody, but he put in the work over years and years and years, and after 20 years, became known as the greatest quarterback of all time. We have to put in the work over the long term to get these results. The Egyptians with the pyramid, did they build the pyramids in one day? They just throw them up? No, one block at a time. If you are really serious about this, then you're not fixated on short-term weight loss. Your focus is health. Because when you focus on health, you lose weight as a side effect. But when you focus on weight loss, you lose your health as a side effect. Please, does anybody have connections with goodquotes.com? Anything that can put my name attached to that quote? Because those are some facts right there. That when you focus on health, you lose weight as a side effect. When you focus on weight loss, you lose your health as a side effect because you do all these crazy crash diets. So when you focus on the short game, you end up doing these crazy crash diets that cause you to regain the weight back later on. The people that I work with are very unique, intelligent people that have decided to make a lifestyle change. And they say, I'm ready to change my lifestyle. People start watching my videos because they're ready to lose weight. That's step one. Step two is I'm ready to make a lifestyle change. And I know that the weight's not going to come off if I keep doing what I'm doing. And I think that a lot of people think that they can do something in the short term. They can do some crazy crash diet in the short term and then just go back to what they were doing beforehand. But that's going to cause you to regain the weight. It doesn't work like that. And if you're watching my channel with the hopes that you can do that, you might want to find a different channel to watch, because I'm not going to help you make a short-term change. I'm going to help you with the process of making long-term lifestyle changes. And if you're ready for a lifestyle change, then I'm your girl. If you're looking for a short-term quick fix and you really don't want to change your lifestyle at all and your habits, then I'm not the one to help you. This really has to be a long-term game that we're playing here. We're not going to play the short game. We are going to drop our expectations and we're going to focus on long-term lifestyle changes. If you made it to this point in the video, please comment, yes, I can, because you can take control of your health. If you have the patience to sit to the end of this video, or maybe you're walking on the treadmill, or maybe you're listening to the podcast version of this, if you made it to this point, then you've proven to me that you have the attention span of somebody that has the intelligence to do this thing. You can do this, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right. So comment yes I can if you will do this. I love you, honeys. If you want more whiteboard videos, just comment a topic. I love whiteboard videos, so just comment the topic that you want me to talk about. I hope I wasn't too harsh on you. I'm on your team, I promise. I want to see you succeed. You deserve to be healthy. That is a human right that has been taken away from us by the food industry, by advertising, by whatever it is, and you deserve to be happy and healthy. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video. ¿Dónde está mi rotulador? ¿Sabes? Mi gatito. Ah, está ahí. Lo tengo. Está bien. Vamos.